And so what I have for you today is a tier list on the use of peptides. And this is my opinion. And so if you don't agree with me, then too bad. My opinion is more valid than yours. So if you're watching this video, this is what I think of each of these peptides, and use it the way you want. And so in tier 3, it's maybe I might use it, maybe there's some benefit, we're not really sure, whatever. It's not that exciting for me. Tier 2, it's probably gonna be a benefit. I could see myself using this, maybe I'm gonna use this. Tier 1, it's absolutely useful. I should probably be using this right now. And S tier, there's no way I shouldn't be using this. Everyone should be using this, just a no-brainer. And so first up, let's do IGF-1. I'm going to drag this, and where is it gonna go? It's going in tier 3. You're probably thinking it had to be tier 1. IGF-1 can help you build muscle, but here's the thing. I've used IGF-1 for years. I used to pin it in my biceps or my chest or my quads. Every single workout, I'd go to the gym and I'd train, I'd pin it right before going. I don't want to pin all the time. And so for me, I'm not interested in doing that. Now for you, if you want to build muscle and it's really important to you, then by all means, I got enough muscle. I'm racing bikes, and so I'm not going to start injecting myself with IGF-1 every single day. Next up is a Semaglutide. I'm putting it in tier 3. I don't need to lose weight. Semaglutides have been shown to potentially have people to lose muscle, and so that's something I want to avoid. One thing it really does well is it dramatically reduces your appetite, but I don't need to dramatically reduce my appetite, and so for me, it's a tier 3. I would suggest that if you're perhaps have type 2 diabetes, you're 50 or 100 pounds overweight, that this can make a dramatic difference in your life. It could be a game changer, but for me, I'm racing bicycles, I lift weights all the time, I don't want to lose muscle, and so for me, it's not something that I'm personally going to use. Next up is Tesofensine, which is similar to semaglutide. Where am I going to put this one? I'm putting it in tier 2 here. The reason it's in tier 2 and not in tier 1 is this one hasn't been shown to cause you to lose muscle. There's no real evidence to say that if you use this product, you're going to lose muscle. It does, however, decrease your appetite. And so one thing I don't like is being really hungry. If I'm really hungry, then I'm going to want to eat. As a cyclist, it really does matter how much I weigh. If I'm 200 pounds, I'm going to go slower on the bike than if I'm, for example, 185 pounds. And so I like the idea of being able to use a peptide that's going to help me not only be less hungry, but potentially have me in a better mood. And so the benefits of Tesofensine, for me, it's something that I probably would want to experiment with just to see. And so if you're somebody that's on the fence of semaglutide, you're thinking, I don't want to be as hungry, but I'm scared of the side effects. I don't really want to get as nauseous. I'm a little bit nervous about that aspect, and I certainly don't want to lose muscle. Then I would absolutely go with Tesofensine over the semaglutide. Next. Of course, my cookbook is at the top of the list, the top of the top. It's a no-brainer. I'm going to be using my cookbook. Now, if I didn't have my cookbook, I'd probably have to be on a semaglutide or a Tesofensine to stay as lean as I do. But by incorporating the meals in my cookbook, being in a calorie deficit, it's very easy to not only lose weight, but to be less hungry and be more full. BPC-157. It's joining up with my cookbook. They're best friends now. The reason BPC is in there is because I get injured a lot of the times, and I'm old and I'm very active, and I've put a lot of abuse on my body. I was a power lifter. I did about 70 powerlifting competitions. There's a lot of wear and tear on my body. I've had surgeries. I'm a beat up 48-year-old. I want to be like the Wolverine. And so why not use the Wolverine stack? And so I've been using BPC-157, primarily my shoulder. There's always some nagging injury, and so I absolutely see that as S tier, that it can benefit anyone that's looking to prevent injuries, to feel better, and to get back to the gym and train harder than last time. And of course, how can you have BPC-157 in there without having TB-500? They're best friends. It's literally the Wolverine stack. TB-500, I believe it's now called Thymosin Beta-4. They're switching names on us just so that we can't keep track of what these things actually are. I'm in fact taking both of these things right now. If you're a person that's injured, or you're a powerlifter, or generally you're just getting hurt, it doesn't even matter if you're not a weightlifter. If you're a runner and you've got sore legs or whatever, this can help you to recover from injuries and get back to the gym. And so I strongly recommend it. Next up, Glutathione. And where is this guy going to go? Where is it going to fall? I'm putting it at the top tier here, tier 1. And the reason I'm not putting it in the S tier is because if I had to choose between these two, I'm choosing not being injured. Now, glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant in the human body. So if you're somebody that perhaps was using steroids in the past, or your liver is a bit screwed up, this can help alleviate that problem. And so aside from some of the anti-aging properties, what I really like about this is it can help prevent you from getting sick. It essentially helps with your immune system. And so if you're a guy like me who's been sick probably 6 times in the last year, it seems like I'm sick all the time. And so if you use glutathione, it can help prevent you from getting that sickness, keep you in the gym. And so absolutely, I'm getting glutathione in tier 1. And Tesamorelin, this peptide, where's it going to go? I'm going to have it in tier 2. One thing you may not know is this peptide is actually FDA approved. So it's literally allowed to be used for what it's being used for. And one thing it's going to do is can help you to burn fat. Do I look like I need to burn fat? It's not tier 1, it's not S tier, but it can help you to burn fat. It can help boost IGF-1 levels, perhaps by 20%, which is going to allow you to build more muscle. And burning fat is a goal, and it's absolutely something you can do. Also can help you to get better sleep. And if you're looking for recovery, perhaps you're an athlete, you're overtraining, you can recover faster between days. And so it's certainly a great peptide. I couldn't put everything in S tier, I have to separate some. And so there you have it, my final peptide tier list. Let me know in the comment section. Do you agree with my list? Give me some feedback.